Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. You're right now calling into me, Rangdalen, and today is a very special day because something is about to happen, which is just wild. It's absolutely wild. So, you loved Iceland last year. I loved Iceland last year. If it was in the Eurovision movie or if it was in what was going to be the Eurovision Song Contest winner, we think about things. They are back, and we've been waiting patiently for this. But I gotta admit, there's also another reason why I'm so excited about this. This is maybe the most excited I've been about making a reaction video for, a Eurovision song, because I'm in this. I'm in a Eurovision entry. Like, my dream is to one day compete at Eurovision. I'm gonna reach that goal one day. But right now, this is my debut in Eurovision because they asked us, hey, could you send in, backing vocals back in January? So I sent in. And, to think about all the people who have sent in backing vocals who are now a part of Eurovision history, it makes it feel like I can't just... I need something more for this reaction. I need that right there. I'm feeling like a world champion already. Now let's see if I've earned this world championship. This is incredible. They're back. Woo.
For a decade now, still every day I'm loving you more. If I could do it, I didn't become myself before I met you.
This is so funky. This is so fresh. You're feeling like every single note in this song already is living. It's living. It's having a dance party. It is so beautiful. And I also love the way he is writing his lyrics, because this is such a fantastic song and such an emotional song to write to your wife. Boogie Wonderland. I like it. I like the disco. I also like that the instruments here, they're very creative instruments. And I just already love the whole band. So much happening. It's like a mini orchestra.
I don't want to know what happened if I never felt your love. Everything about you.
It's like disco, but it doesn't feel like this has gone out of date. It just feels like this is what disco would sound like it was invented in 2021. It's like inventing a new genre. It feels fresh, it feels fun, and it doesn't feel predictable.
Every day I'll find some new way to prove the time we spent together. Simply feels good.
Yes.
Got a good thing going. And
Oh, that's wonderful that they just built on the dance from last year. Kept some great. He is so awesome. He's so charismatic. I think he's great. But they're building on what they did last year without doing the exact same thing. I love that they're still using these icons to show off their avatars. Very fun. I am really enjoying this so far. It feels like a necessary and logical stage to go to after what you did last year. So I'm really enjoying this. I also like his range in vocals because it's a really good contrast to each other. I like how he's going deep, he's going high, he's going low, he's going everywhere. It's so cool. I'm really enjoying it because every single part of this is playful. It's fun. As we talked about, every single note is having a good time and partying, but it's also so on point. This isn't a joke entry. This is taking itself seriously, because seriously this is really good.
just when I thought that my heart was full.
So beautiful written. About this, he's becoming himself when he's with her. What is this is so
How does he keep? How does he keep getting better?
What is really
Every day I'll find some.
That means I'm holding this title belt for no reason. I wasn't even in this version we were looking at. I'll give it to you later on. Okay, for me, as someone who's kind of waiting, hey, I'm gonna be in this song. And I guess I'm in the studio version. I'm gonna listen to that later on. But this looks so silly. Just be holding a championship belt. When I wasn't even in this. That's okay. I love the choir. It's fun. It's so fun. And I guess, if you aren't, like me, looking for the choir part, it's like it's so out of nowhere. It's so fun. Great job. Great job. So there we had the song right there, 10 years from Iceland. I gotta admit, you're all, of course, going to try to compare it to last year's songs, but that doesn't really work. It has its elements that it still, evolves from last year. I think this is, uh, making use of the knowledge from last year's entry and just adding on to it. So I really enjoyed that. But this is a completely different song. It isn't meant to do the exact same thing, and I'm happy we aren't getting, just a clone of it. I think ultimately what we have with this song is we have an entry which is going to do really well. Because if you think about it, most people who are watching Eurovision haven't heard Think About Things. They don't have that in mind. So what they're getting is a very catchy pop piece with a lot of disco elements, which feels both, new, but also feel like a timeless classic already. It's something about it. It's making you want to move around. And I think the dance that they've added this year is a very fun dance. It's going to be a great TikTok trend. I think it just builds on what happened last year. And I ultimately think, one thing we have here is I don't think this is the staging. Like, I think we all agree this isn't what they're doing for the staging. They have more tricks up their sleeve because this isn't, how the Eurovision stage will look. So ultimately, then you have more room to move around. You have more room to be able to create a show. And I think ultimately, this year, when you don't have a national final, where you don't have to showcase your staging, doing it like this is very smart, because then you've ultimately now established what we need to know as the people who are going to be watching Eurovision, that are checking out this video. We know what to expect in terms of the dance and those cool elements, like here with the fireworks. But it still leaves room for us to not have anything spoiled. And I really like that. So ultimately, I think this is a great job. I think the song is very sweet. And I think this is going to do well for Iceland. Thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, have a great day, a great life. And please remember to take care of yourself and each other. Find a new way to grow.